Singapore is one of the most comfortable places in the world to live,
So why would anyone leave it to start a farm
with no experience.
in rural Philippines?
Welcome to our channel where we document our midlife leap from city comfort to rural chaos.
This is Let Go and Grow.
So hi, I'm Carl. This is my wife Van.
Hi.
Collectively, we've had about 35
35
years
yeah.
living in Singapore. We both had stable jobs. We both had city, comfortable city life. And now we're miles away from that in rural Negros Occidental in the Philippines.
Today, we will discuss things that we thought we will miss in Singapore and our old life, and the things that we won't miss
If there's any.
if there's any. Definitely.
So we'll start with the things that we miss. Do you want to go first? Do you want to start with something that you
Yes,
miss
yes.
about Singapore?
Yeah. Okay, I will be the first one. Okay. So the thing that I will miss the most is my friends and colleagues at work in Singapore, because I've been in Singapore for 20 years. And, these colleagues of mine and my friends, I develop genuine friendship with them. They are like part of my family. They give me advice. They give me comfort and love since I'm away with my family. Shout out to my friend Atika and my ex-boss Milis. They are like my advisor. They're like my best friend, and they really helped me when I was there in Singapore. How about you?
Yeah, you definitely had quite a good social network around your employment and the people you worked with, so I can understand why.
Yeah,
you
I
miss
developed
them.
genuine friendship with them. Yeah.
The first thing on my list then, and mine are in no particular order, but the first thing I had was the infrastructure. Maybe it's because I came from years of working in like operations, and to live somewhere where everything was structurally sound and it worked, the systems that are in place, whether it is legal systems or just the way that you apply for your day-to-day kind of stuff, everything is well organized. It runs like clockwork, and there's never, unlike the Philippines, we never experienced any like power outage or things like that. So I guess I do miss the infrastructure, just because it's better than any I've ever known. I mean, it's better than the UK. I'm not just going to compare it to the Philippines and say they're different. It's probably the best infrastructure that I've ever had the privilege of living with. So I do miss it, just because I like that sort of formal structure of knowing that things are going to work when you need them to.
Okay. Now my turn. Okay, the second one that I miss is my students and their parents. When I was in Singapore, I worked as a preschool teacher. I developed closeness with my students. I miss those things that, when they see me in the morning, they were so excited. They will tell me that, I miss you, Teacher Van. I love you. Then they will give me these hugs, kisses, and their enthusiasm in learning, where they're very active in participating during my lesson, and the parents that were supportive in their children's learning. So I miss those things from them, and I was actually really sad when I left them, because most of the parents actually, they were quite sad that I was leaving, and they said that I was one of the best teachers.
Nice then that you had that like two-way relationship. So as much as you were going to miss people, seems like they were sad to see you leave as well.
Yes.
My second thing was similar. It's missing my ex-colleagues and the friends that I had in Singapore. From being there for so long, and I mean, I've moved around a fair bit. That's probably the longest I'd spent in one place for some time. Did get to build some good relationships, and even the working relationships. I'm sure many of us are the same. We spend a lot of time with your colleagues, but I was fortunate enough to find some really good people that I worked with, and those relationships I forged were pretty good. Like I mean, I say I miss them. I still keep in touch with the vast majority of them. Hi, all my Singaporean colleagues. But I do miss that that kind of environment where you just got friends, and we kind of got to start again. Not completely. I mean, we're finding good people here, but I guess a little bit. I still miss those colleagues and people that I got to meet.
Because you were in Singapore for 15 years, so definitely
Yep,
you developed
about
a close
15
friendship with
Yep,
some
yep.
of them.
And a fair few people that I worked with were there for the majority of that time as well. So it's like, it's long-term relationships. It is what it is. But like I say, I still keep in touch with the ones that
Same here.
that meant a lot. So,
Yeah, same here, actually.
did you have another one? Did you have a third one?
The last one is traveling. Is it traveling and transport? Because traveling in Singapore was efficient. You can just go to Malaysia by taking bus or train, or when you want to go to Indonesia, you can just take ferry. And there are some in Singapore is cheap to take bus. Taxi, they have Grab, and it's easy. They won't charge you extra for that. And
Yeah, that's true. They won't charge you extra, even if you're a tourist or anyone. There's no suspicious extra fees or anything.
yes, and they're very fair actually. And you can also leave Singapore very easy. You can just do like face recognition or fingerprinting. You can just leave. You can just in and out of Singapore easily. Unlike in Philippines, where in immigration will ask you a lot of questions while you're traveling. They even ask for your, if you have money in your account, why do you want to go to that particular country? But in Singapore, it's very easy. You can just in and out with your fingerprint or face recognition. So that's one of the things that I surely miss Singapore. How about you?
My third one, it's quite a good one, the travel, because it is very convenient. And you're right, as a Filipino leaving the Philippines, I see a lot of people in the airport, like they're getting stressed because they've got to provide all this paperwork, and I think they assume that you're all off to some
Yeah.
scam center or something.
Correct. Actually, I'm actually scared that in our future travel, they might ask me a lot of questions.
Maybe.
They might ask also for my bank account.
Well, okay. So my third and final one is the food. The food options in Singapore.
Yes, I agree.
Because there's two sides to it. One is what you can buy outside in restaurants. They've got every culture that you could possibly wish for, and it's like there's a lot of authentic good food as well. If you want
Yes, I
Chinese, it's proper Chinese. If you want Indian, it's proper Indian. There's not like the last time we went to the UK, we had an Indian takeaway there at my mum's place.
Yeah.
You remember, and
It
it wasn't what I remembered it to be. It was like, I don't know, the flavors were different, and you can tell how it's kind of tailored for that British taste.
And you remember I chose one Indian dish that I couldn't finish because it was too different. Korma. It was korma.
Yeah, it was
too
like a
sweet for
sugar
me.
bowl. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what was up with it, but so it's very authentic, and there's a lot of different like cultural choices available, but also the supermarkets. At some point, we'll discuss my distaste of the supermarkets in the Philippines. Supermarkets in Singapore were first class because you walk in and you're kind of met with that the first thing they want to show you and promote to you is like avocados, strawberries, lemons. There's super healthy and well-priced food, but then you've got the options of any meat and fish and things that you want. It's all reasonably priced, considering Singapore is like quite overpriced in a lot of other areas. So the supermarket options are great. The restaurant options are fantastic. And then you've got like hawker centres where you can find,
My favorite.
very reasonably priced food and some of the best that you'll ever have, right?
Yeah, correct.
Did you have anything that you won't miss from Singapore that you wanted to mention?
Actually, there are two. The non-ending workload. Of course, when you work as a teacher, it's known even in Philippines or in other countries that it's non-ending work. So even though you're done with your work, you still have to bring back your work, like your lesson plans, preparing for the teaching materials, and then the early mornings. You have to wake up early.
You're not a morning person.
Yeah, I'm not a morning person, so I really hate it. But the only thing that makes me happy is my colleagues at work and the children or the students that I see them every day. But the early mornings and the workload, of course, that's the thing that I don't miss. How about you?
They were short and sweet. I've got two things that I won't miss. One of them is the first one's a bit counterintuitive. See if I can explain this well enough. But one of the things that I don't miss is the abundance of convenience.
Yes.
And
I agree.
the reason for it is this is the way. Okay, it's a weird analogy, but bear with me. You have the MRT in Singapore, so that's the mass rapid transport, which is the train service which will take you from A to B all around the city, and it will deliver you smoothly, without any excitement, from A to B, no problems. You'll just get on, you'll get off, and that's it. And because there's like such an abundance of convenience there, honestly, somehow life ended up feeling like it was an MRT ride, right? You can go from start to finish smoothly, but without any real kind of excitement somehow, right? There's something missing because everything is just so convenient. And conversely, when we came to the Philippines and we're in this rural area where it's like a complete opposite to where we were, and so you're stepping off of that MRT onto a roller coaster. Now things are like up and down. Like when things go wrong, they properly go wrong. When you get frustrated, you're properly frustrated at stuff. Like you want to, steam's coming out of your ears and everything. But then the flip side is that when you feel good and when you're happy and having a good time, it's like you're euphoric, and that's like this roller coaster feels to me like it's more exciting. So it's not really a knock on Singapore. Their infrastructure and everything we've talked about is what makes it so comfortable, but somehow that abundance of the convenience and the comfort is almost something that I don't miss. And the second thing was people complaining about the little things. Again, this may come from like just having everything that you could want. But remember, we used to watch the parents drop off their kids outside our condo for enrichment classes. So all the parents are like queuing up around the corner. In their cars. And I'm not joking, if they had to wait more than 3 seconds, they were beeping their horns and getting like quite irate about such a tiny thing. Like literally just wait. You can see your kids are getting dropped off and the traffic will move. But I think there's this kind of pent up aggression in people almost. These small things end up being what you complain about, and I find that there's a lot of nitpicking about the little things. I don't particularly miss that.
Sometimes I tend to forget. I become like that.
I agree. Okay, so I think I suppose I mean there's only a couple of things then that we won't miss. At some point, it would be good to do a video on the flip side, what we like and dislike, particularly about the Philippines. But I think it's important to say really that we're not picking one country over another.
Yeah, we're not.
We made an intentional change. We chose to leave Singapore and that life behind, and we've chosen to come to rural chaos out in the Philippines. And I suppose it's because, like, comfort doesn't always equal meaning.
I agree.
Do you agree with that? Like,
Yes.
it's what we hope to achieve here with the farm and what we hope to get with the community and with everything else. There is more meaning behind that than the comfort and the convenience from Singapore. Well, I guess that is, unless you've got anything secret on your list.
No, that's
no?
all for now.
Okay.
For now.
For now. So, to sign off then, if any of you guys out there have thought about making a major transition, moving countries or just changing life in general, then you might appreciate what's coming up with the channel as we continue our journey here, building our farm and kind of starting fresh at midlife crisis age. So follow along.
Yes. So thank you for watching and see you in our next video.
Cool. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.